I'm Maddie.
And I'm Sadie.
And welcome to our channel.
We are so excited to be with you guys today. We are going to be talking about whether Lularoe is the right business for you.
So first of all, let's talk about what Lularoe is. Lularoe is a direct sales company where through fashion we create freedom and pretty much any lifestyle that you want.
Lularoe is a clothing line. A lot of the clothing is designed in California by our own design team. Our prints, our patterns, our style of clothing is all made by Lularoe designers, and it is manufactured in, I believe, are we 7 different countries now?
Mm-hmm. So 7.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just grown so much. But basically, all of our clothing is sold by consultants. So basically, someone just like us or like you that has the clothing line at their own home, and you can sell at your house, to businesses, online. I mean, really, there's so many different ways that you can sell. And you purchase the items at wholesale from Lularoe, and in turn, you sell them at retail, and you make a profit.
Yes, and one of the cool things about Lularoe is we are a direct sales company, but there is no catalog involved in our company. So everyone has a different inventory. You are allowed to order whatever style, so an Amelia dress in whatever size, so a small, but you don't get the pick of your prints, which is really cool because it means we all carry a different inventory.
And Lularoe only makes a select number of each print. So, I mean, there's a lot of consultants right now, as in like over 10,000 consultants. And that number does change every day.
Mm-hmm.
But the best part is Lularoe is right now, I think they're printing about 2,000 pieces per print, which is amazing because if you do the math, that means not even every consultant gets one of each print.
No.
So basically every single print you see, is unique and is kind of like a one-of-a-kind, one in your area type of piece, and it makes it special. And so when customers see that piece, they know they're not going to be able to find it again, and so it really creates an urgency to buy right then.
Mm-hmm. So like we said, Lularoe is a direct sales company, so will you explain what that means?
Sure. So you guys, one of the questions we get very often is, are you an MLM? So I'm going to just touch base a little bit on what an MLM is and what a direct sales company is. So an MLM, multi-level marketing, is a company where the majority of your money is made for recruiting. It's all about getting people to join the company and making money that way.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really have a viable product that you make much money off. It's, again, all about recruiting. So kind of when people talk about a pyramid scheme, a lot of times they relate that to multi-level marketing. A direct sales company is where you have a product that you sell directly to a consumer. So basically that's, again, me purchasing the product from Lularoe and selling it directly to a customer. And so you actually, with a direct sales company, I guess it's not true with all, but with Lularoe, you actually make a lot of money selling just the product. Take aside having anyone join the company, that's completely different. The focus is you selling the product and making money that way. So direct sales company. So that is what Lularoe is.
So Sadie kind of touched on it, but there are 2 ways to make money and income with Lularoe. One way is selling the product. The most amazing thing about Lularoe is you can make a full-time income by just selling the clothes. You don't have to build a team.
There's no pressure to build a team at all.
You don't. It doesn't matter how many people are on your team. It doesn't affect how much you make selling the product. You buy the product and sell it, and that is your profit, basically. So you can make a really good income by just selling the product, but you also can make an awesome income by building and sharing the opportunity and training a team.
So, and that's, again, just like Maddie said, I just want to reinforce that Lularoe pays you not to recruit people. That's not the purpose. They pay you to share the opportunity with people and then train them how to run their business. Mm-hmm. That's what you get paid for when it's called building a team or sharing the opportunity, is, again, for training them. So that's where the emphasis is put on, not on recruiting.
Perfect. So now let's get into if Lularoe is right for you. Something I love about Lularoe is that it works for any type of situation that you're in. A single mom, married with kids, college degree, no college degree.
Men.
There's a
There's
lot of
so many
amazing
men consultants now.
doing Lularoe. People who are, we have a huge deaf community. There's just so many people doing Lularoe. Basically anyone.
Yeah, there's really no limit on who can or can't or Lularoe is right for. That's something you can decide. And really, you have the opportunity to work as much or little as you want. That's another thing with Lularoe is it can be a hobby if you want it to be. You can, work 10 hours a week if you want. Your income is going to show that. And that's okay, though, if that's what you're going for. Or you could work full time. I mean, I know Maddie quit her teaching job to do Lularoe full time in the fall. And I do Lularoe full time. And so it really is for anyone. But again, your income is going to reflect on how much you work and how much effort you choose to put into it.
Yes. So like Sadie said, your effort does determine how much money you put into it. Whether you want this as a hobby, you can still make, I was doing it as a hobby when I was teaching and still making an extra $2,000 a month.
Once you made it full time, how much more money did you
make? Yeah, it's a lot more. So just your effort really determines how much you get out of Lularoe. So.
Exactly. So we want to talk a little bit about what you should expect when you start. We want you to go into this with your eyes wide open, knowing what you should expect from this business so you can decide, again, if this is the right fit for you. So one of those things we want to talk about is when you become a new consultant, when you decide to become a consultant, one of the things that we've seen that makes a huge impact on whether you're successful or not is if you go into it deciding that you are not going to take a profit from your business for at least 3 months. Mm-hmm. And there's lots of reasons for that, but the goal is to do 2 things during those 3 months. It's to pay yourself back your initial investment. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. And then the other purpose for that is to build your inventory. We really, really want you to have a good, strong inventory because the more you have, the more you sell.
Mm-hmm. So another determining factor with if Lularoe is right for you is there is an initial startup cost. This cost gets you just a really great number of pieces. It's about 300 pieces. And you have to remember you're investing into an actual business with a huge earning potential. And so the startup cost is going to match that potential. But like Sadie said, we have, plans in place, and there's people who earn it back pretty fast.
Really quick, when you're talking startup costs, if that scares you, I'm going to tell you right now, there's people that I've seen that have earned it back in 2 weeks, and then there's some people that take several months. Again, it's how much effort and how hard you want to work it to earn that money back. But if the startup cost is something that right now is like your major holdback, that you're not sure what to do, I'm going to tell you right now, do not let that hold you back. Find a way to make it happen. If you do think that this is the right business for you, if you're looking for something where you can work from home and you have the freedom, whether that's going to be a hobby or a full-time job, you really do not let that stop you. There are so many ways to finance your Lularoe business. And there's the basic ways. We're not really going to go into that a ton right now, but there's credit cards, there's borrowing money from family members, from a bank. There's so many different ways you can fundraise.
Someone on my team sold a car. They sold their car.
You have to look at it as a business.
Yes.
We're not telling you go out there and just rack up a credit card. That's not the purpose of this at all. We don't want you to get in debt. We're trying to avoid debt. So what we're going for is we want you to understand that starting this business is just that, starting a business. Yeah. So if you go into this, look at it as an investment. You be willing to, do what you need to do to raise the funds to start your business, but then work hard. But we want you to have realistic expectations, again, of not taking a profit, again, paying yourself back. We are including in that 3-month period. So by the end of those 3 months, you should have yourself paid back and have a strong inventory. And we're going to talk some more about building your inventory in another video.
Yeah. So to summarize, basically, is if you really want this, if you're willing to work hard, if you love the product, you see the value in it, Lularoe is right for you.
Lularoe can be done by anyone.
Yeah.
So if this is something you're considering, if you're like either of us and you continuously feel drawn to it, obviously you're watching this video for a reason. You're doing your research. If you still feel good about it, then there's so much opportunity with this business, and we're so excited for you. Whew. Sorry guys, we just had a little laugh attack. We're back. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our channel.
And give us a thumbs up down below.